I'm still a 42, but
Over
that
and the gurneys and the ambulance. And I'm like, okay, what else can we add to this?
Yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
doing
Very nice.
another fashion show. What is this?
Hi, I'm Donna Mills.
And I'm Joan Van Ark.
And I'm Michelle Lee, and
And
we're
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 not
not done
done
yet.
yet.
done yet.
We can
Well,
never get that right.
Right.
but you get the message. We're not done yet.
That's
We're just
We're
starting out.
not done yet.
it.
Yeah, there we are.
Michelle,
Go.
it's a little too close, honey.
A little too
Oh,
close.
well, there you see lines and
Donna, you
you
want
go.
them to see up your nose and move in close?
I know I keep doing that, and then I look at it and I go back and I go, "Ooh, ooh."
So how is
So
everybody?
good. It's good to see you all.
Yeah, I've
Yes,
missed you.
indeed.
We've been gone for so long.
And
I know.
thank you for coming here in the first place,
Yeah,
because we're going to have some fun
yeah.
today.
I've decided that this show is about tops, right?
I beg your I'm still a 42, but
No,
that
no, not
I
not just that.
wait.
I
Oh,
just
not your
in trying
measurements,
in
not your
trying to figure
measurements.
out what I was going to wear today. I went into my closet and I have really a lot of blouses that I never wear. How often do you wear blouses these
Yeah,
days?
right.
Nobody,
Right?
no,
A
it's all
blouse is kind
t-shirt.
of a thing, but I have all these gorgeous blouses. So that is what I'm going to be wearing for the next however long we're doing the show. It's a blouse show.
Okay. So
Love
you're
it. That's
all
great. And
dressed
I'm
up.
gonna do put on anything by your neck and face color shirt.
No, we want to see your punum, your beautiful punum. And
Puna
here,
face.
face, puna, what?
Puna.
Puna, M on the end. Here's my t-shirt with the fleur-de-lis. I got half a dozen of those. So here we are.
Okay.
Here we all are. So
So
glad to see you.
that's what you're going to be wearing?
I think so, unless you want me to disappear, which might not be a bad idea. Uh, Zip out of here for about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll be back with wonderful stories and secrets and gossip. And
Oh, I'd like you to gossip a little bit. That would be nice. I don't always hear you gossip. Is it about anyone we would know and give me initials? I love to gossip, but I never say about who. Here's a good one. A major star doing a movie was going with a major male star, and he had her. You remember those old phones that used to come in a box? At
Yeah.
very first time before phones came out, right? And it
Yeah.
was almost like a piece of luggage, and everybody was so startled at seeing this. Well, I was over, pardon me, I'm going to give you this name, Frank Sinatra's house. He was having a party and he took this thing out and he opened it up and everybody screamed. It was a phone that you could actually call people talk. Anyway, this woman star had to take one of those things along with her as she was doing a movie because the male star wanted to keep tabs on her at all times. So if he wanted to talk to her, she better be near that thing, or that thing has to be near her all the time. Can you imagine? Controlling,
Oh.
really, really.
Yes,
But
but I
anyway,
agree.
I love those. I do love your pearls. I love the way that looks.
Thank
So
you. Thank you.
regal, right?
Well, I just decided, blouse, I have beautiful blouses, beautiful fabrics, beautiful designs, beautiful everything. And I have some nice jewelry. And I thought, what a perfect place to wear it here, because
Of
you see
course.
it,
it's half, yeah. You only have
So
to go halfway.
yeah, yes, we're not going to talk about what I have on the bottom.
Yeah,
No,
nothing.
the
We've
pajama
never said
legs, the pajama legs we have to see.
some of the journalists when they're on the air, they just put a jacket on fast and they're either got shorts on underneath or whatever. If they
Right.
stand up at the wrong time, you're going to see leg.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're never going to see below the desk here,
We're so happy
right?
that way. Yes.
Yeah. It's nice, actually. It's kind of fun. And we don't have to wear high heels. Yay.
Love it. And I'm changing my outfit again. Ready? This is
Oh
all
my
on my
gosh.
scarf. I swear. This
You're
is,
you're a big you're a big scarf person, aren't you?
yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I look at this beauty, actually, really.
Oh, that's all the same
It's
scarf.
all the same scarf.
Oh my
Oh, that's
God.
beautiful.
Isn't that great? And
That's
so
a
no matter where I am,
three
I
outfits in
fool
one.
with it and give them a color that look how pretty.
Yeah, that's
I'm
nice.
doing
Very nice.
another fashion show. What is this?
I was just going to say that when Barbara Davis and Marvin Davis had Christmas parties, that was the who's who, and that's where we always saw Frank Sinatra, who once in a while would sing, but was, everyone was gasping. There's the absolute king of what
Yeah.
soloist
Oh
in
my God.
singing, the
I
best.
haven't I haven't thought in a long time about those Christmas parties,
Oh, they
but
were
you just
amazing,
reminded me
right?
those were the most
Yeah,
incredible,
yes.
Frank Sinatra
glamorous.
asked me
Oh,
out too. Did. Okay, it's just
No.
another time.
But
okay.
everybody in the world that was anybody out here in Los Angeles and thereabouts was at that party, and it was a barn breaker.
And do you remember the swag from those
Oh
parties?
yeah, I know the gift. See, that's the thing I miss now for almost any and every event other than the Emmys, the Oscars, etc. That high up level. Those goodie bags from the Davis family, Christmas family, was a year's worth of fun and toys. And I mean,
I I still have some of the things, music boxes, Christmas music boxes that
yes,
I put
yes.
out every
I never
year.
got anything.
Oh,
Well,
shh.
wait.
So we are so happy that this person is with us today. We all know her, we all love her. Um, she's a doll, she's a wonderful, wonderful actress, and you all know her.
Of course they
It's Linda
do.
Gray.
Linda, you're on.
Linda, there she
Oh,
is.
Yay! There
Yay!
she is.
I was so happy to see your faces as I was in the waiting room. Great.
oh,
I know, I know. I'm sorry we kind of got a technical glitch and it took a little time, but there you are.
One glitch to another went into another. So sorry that you had to wait.
So for
I,
so long, we shot on stages next to each other.
yeah.
Dallas was on the same lot as
Yes.
we were on. So we would see each other all the time. I didn't really know Linda very well at that time. I don't know if you girls did.
so
Yes,
Through,
actually.
through our series, we knew each other.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. Hold it. Hold it. Obviously, we knew each other.
Get
I
This,
love
that.
I
that picture.
showed you this picture a couple of weeks ago.
I know I have it at home lovingly. I love that picture of us.
I do too. I look so good, don't I?
You
Oh,
look
You
oh,
both
oh,
look good.
both of you. Yeah, I was going to say you both always look good. That's the way it
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
That's
I
the
love
way.
But at that time, I remember, seeing you on the lot and stuff. But I didn't know if you knew that I had worked with Larry Hagman before that, before Dallas.
On a
I
series.
did a series with him called The Good Life.
No, I did not know. Maybe I heard about. I never saw it. Never saw it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, very few people did. Well, they put it on opposite All in the Family.
Oh, not a good idea.
No, no, but but he was such a doll. I mean, he was always
Yeah.
so good to me and so wonderful to me. So,
It-
I'd see him, on the lot. I'd walk past his dressing room and he'd have a curtain there, but he could see under the curtain. And I would walk by, he said, "Hey, legs."
That was
Oh,
at a time where you could see bottles also. It became obsolete
Do
after a
you
while.
miss Larry more than anything in the world?
I do. It's kind of like the world is different because he's not in it, messing.
Totally, totally correct.
And
Totally.
I do this thing. I'm sure you remember. Every sunset, he would go out on his patio when he was in Malibu and any other place in the world. We traveled a lot, he and his wife and I. And he would go out, look at the sunset, and say, gong, bong. Now, I have no idea to this day what the hell it meant. It was like, what the hell?
We're going from day to night. Bong.
Gong. It was just. And to this day, whenever I see the sunset, I'm like, I say it to myself, but I say it out loud. It's like, why not? It made me feel great. It brought back all the memories of the years we had together with he and
Yeah.
his wife and I. I was kind of like the adopted weird child.
Is
And
Mai not with us anymore?
she's with Larry.
Oh, well, that's the way it should be.
Yeah,
I
that
mean, I mean,
Yeah.
I
He was such a jokester. So when you were doing any kind of scene, obviously, certainly before you were filming, he was doing shtick and funny stuff. But what was he like when you were doing scenes with him?
amazing. I mean, I think on our show, your show was so serious. The guest stars, when were visiting you, they'd say, "Oh my God, they're not like us. They're not crazy like we are. They're very serious. They're excellent actors. Everybody's so good." And then they'd come over to our set, and it would be chaos. Everybody's laughing at Larry and Patrick used to put bread rolls on a fork at those very long dinner scenes and hit it with their hand, and a bread roll would be flying across to Miss Ellie, and she'd be like so mad, and she would just go, "Stop it, stop it!" And the bread rolls kept coming, and it was our scenes were thank God he was a great actor because how we got it together was not to be believed. I thought this is not good. We're never going to get a scene. But when he and I were together, there was, I have to say, it was magic,
Yeah.
absolute magic. He didn't know what he was going to say or do. I didn't know what the hell was going to come throwing at me, but the magic was palpable. And it was such a joy to work with him. In the very beginning, I think one of the first 5 episodes, we had a Sue Ellen JR scene, and he lovingly took me by the shoulders and moved me so that I was in my light. And it
Oh,
was
Yeah.
That's a silent, unbelievable hug. I mean, that's just
so
amazing.
beautiful because I was going something, but these arms just came and went like this and put me in my light. And I never forgot it because I thought, what other actor would do that?
No,
Yeah.
You
but
know,
Kevin Dobson would do that. We were lucky. Kevin Dobson always took care of me,
oh,
always.
Yeah.
lovely.
Now, once there was a director who was literally putting his hands on me, and he was a little upset with me, maybe. And he took me and he moved me to someplace he wanted me. Kevin was outraged that this director would do that. Don't you put your hands on her. I'm oh, that he was like that. We were lucky, we were so lucky that we had great people working
Yeah.
with us
He
for
was
all
being your
those years.
husband,
Absolutely.
you know?
and
Yeah.
he was talk about the jokester thing. I know that when he did off camera for me and his side, they were filming me. He would go get peanut butter and push it with his tongue through his teeth, and these sort of
Ew.
little, yeah, I know, but what a great, yeah, right. Let's talk about trying to concentrate because it would just come squirting out in several sections. And that was his idea of off
Oh,
camera helping the person. But he also kept the set and the scenes and the work energized in a way because you didn't know what he was going to do next and what he was going to try to do. And it keeps you on your toes. You don't, there's no snoozing whatsoever because he'll catch you even
Yeah.
more,
Yeah.
even more. But
I always found Larry so very, very warm and kind
yeah,
also. Because
yeah.
when I did The Good Life with him, I was brand new to Hollywood. I didn't know anything. And he'd tell me where to go, what to do. They'd invite me out to their place in Malibu so I'd have someplace to go on the weekends and
Oh,
stuff. Yeah, he was, and Mai would cook and bring baskets of food to the set and have lunch and yeah, it was really very special. He was very special.
He was like a
talk
spark
about it.
plug. Energy, energy, energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you went through some amazingly difficult character things on Dallas, alcoholism and all these different kind of things. And I read somewhere in a review of it or something that you were able to make her a relatable character,
Oh,
which,
yeah.
you know, is everything.
That was my choice, and I knew it. And I said, okay, she's got to be vulnerable. She has to have that side. She couldn't just be a bitch. She couldn't just be one layer. She had to be multi levels, and I just went for it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
And,
so
and I
beautiful.
think people credited you with it more than they credited the writing. It was you as the actress who made it that way, not because of the writing.
Well, as you both know, I mean, it was a very time in our history of television that it was male dominated. And
Yeah.
Dallas women were bookends, we were just there. We looked to look pretty and to do this and that. And I looked at the way society was moving and I thought, this isn't, we can't do this. I can't play that. I would be bored out of my mind. And so I remember just sort of saying to them, I got to do this. She needs to do this. She has to do this. She's got to stand up to him. And on and on. I think they probably just said, oh, the hell with it. Do
And
something.
let her do it. Perfect. It had to be because that was a matter of you as a couple. You were not just being an actress there. You were being a writer and a producer and a director there. It's like when how does this succeed, right? You see a couple. What do you do with this couple for longevity? You
Yep,
were protecting yourself, but you were protecting something even bigger.
exactly. And
Well,
I loved it. I thought, I can't play this sweet little girl not married to him. And I thought, we got to change this.
Yeah. Well, it's a good thing that you did that because I think that era and my character as well was a beacon to women.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And it did change, thank God. It
Hmm.
did change where women were given, it wasn't it was a very, not a subtle thing, but it was continuous. And there's still, I went to an event this past weekend in LA, and they're still struggling. The women are not,
I agree. Oh, so
How did
true.
you see it? What made you see that thing about the women that you're talking about?
well, it was very blatant going along, but what happened was, and it was really clear when I asked if I could direct, and that was year 8, and they said absolutely not. And Patrick and Larry had both directed, so it was like a bit deal breaker. Um, and on year 8, we came for negotiations, and they fired me. They said, if that's all, I said,
What?
yeah. Yeah. Um,
I
they
didn't know that.
I
yeah.
didn't know that.
Well, a lot of people don't.
No. Well,
And
that's even better then.
yeah,
The
and
hell with it.
Wow.
it was
One
so.
more, tell us more.
And so what happened was, I was driving home and they told me, they said, do you want more money? I said, no, I want to direct one episode in the next season, one. And they said, well, if that's what you want and you don't want any more money, then in other words, you're fired. So
Oh,
That's such
that,
bull. Yes.
that was
that
I
is
like they can
crazy.
fire you.
uh, I was
So
dismayed.
over.
So what happened was Larry called and he called that night, I guess, and he said, so Miss Gray, I'll see you next season. I said, Larry, I've been let go. What?
I know
And
how.
so I told him what happened, and I was, of course, very upset. So he said, okay. I said, yeah, that's the way it is. I'm sad and disappointed. So anyway, his story, he went in and told them, if she goes, I go.
Ah,
And
That
I thought, maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But like the white knight.
They
yes,
were lying.
Yeah,
yeah,
I see. This is what I hate about negotiation.
yeah, me too.
With
You know,
with you, because it was a bull makes me angry because there was no way with he being the king of the hill and
yeah.
the relationship that the two of you had, firing you is a big no.
but
Could not be.
that's
It'd be
yeah.
awful for the show.
so
That's why I
anyway.
got fired. Yeah.
No. This is all great. Thank you for the input. Um, so anyway, anyway, they did. Leonard called me and said, well, let's talk about this. And he said, um, okay, you can't, well, that was direction was the whole thing that was about. And he said, if you direct, then all the women are going to want to direct. I said, okay. So I went to Barbara Bel Geddes, Victoria, Charlene, Susan Howard. I went to all of them and I said, in this new contract, would you want to direct? And they all said, hell no.
Oh,
Perfect.
oh,
I was like, okay, great. But I studied with Lillian Chauvin. She's not on the planet anymore, but she was a wonderful French uh, director, and I loved her. And I would go any day off or Saturdays, and I'd study with her. And she said, I'm not going to dismiss you, graduate you until you know everything, the lenses, everything. You can't, you have to go in strong as a first woman director, and you have to be powerful. I said, okay, I got it. So I studied. And then she said, okay, you're ready. I said, okay. So that's when I went to them and said, this is it. I want to direct one episode. Nope, you're fired. Okay. So came back in and
that just makes no sense.
they said, okay, we will give you one episode in the next two seasons. One
Oh
episode.
God.
Oh,
Next,
for God's sake.
yeah. And then we want you to throw in year 11 with no extra money, nothing. And
That's not legal as far as a guild is
so
concerned.
bad. It was so bad. And I thought, okay, do I really want it that bad? What should I do? Okay, so I finally said yes. I said, okay, I'll do it. One episode in, now we have three seasons that I've okayed to. Anyway, so
Wow.
I got it. I got my first script. You're gonna love this one. I got my first script and I opened it up and I thought, okay, I know what you're doing. Dallas, how it's formatted. Anyway, so I opened it up and it was a costume ball on the island of Martinique.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. And so I thought, okay, I know what they're doing. They're going to bury me. It's my first show ever, terrified. I was so nervous. Anyway, so they said, okay, the episode starts with the sunrise in Martinique and it's Malibu. So Bob Miko, our director of photography, and I, at before sunrise, we went to Malibu, freezing cold, and sat on the beach and said, okay, where's the sunrise? So we
Oh no.
Oh,
waited.
oh,
There was no sunrise.
that's
We kind of went into the Malibu fog or something. So I called Leonard and I said, we didn't get a sunrise. Uh, could we use stock footage for a sunrise in Martinique? And he said, nope.
oh, for goodness sake.
Yeah, I'm serious. This is all serious. Nobody has ever heard this. So anyway, went back the next day, no sun. There was never a sunrise in the whole 5 days we were in Malibu. And I thought, oh, this is great. So I thought, okay, they're really giving me trial by error. It's like, okay, we're going to throw everything at her.
At her, yeah.
So I thought, okay, we're in Martinique. Okay, we get to Martinique. Barbara Carrera, and somebody else. Anyway, it was frantic because then on top of that, there was a death in the first scene. The costume was a costume ball, many people in costume.
Oh my God.
And then there was this death, and there was a gurney came in, two police dogs, live police dogs. They threw the book at me. So I'm my first directing. It wasn't JR and Bobby in an office or Sue Ellen and JR in a bed or something. No, we have cast of thousands. We've got
Oh
and
God.
damn dogs are there and the gurneys and the ambulance. And I'm like, okay, what else can we add to this mess? So, and there's no sunrise. So anyway, on and on and on. That was the beginning of my my first episode directing. It was a nightmare.
Talk about the end of that whole thing. What happened and what did you do and what did they say?
Well, I think I collapsed. And anyway, so what I did then is I finished the episode, of course, and did the very best I could. And I thought it was really good. The actors were great. Everybody stepped up. Our normal regular cast was so supportive and so loving and wonderful. And they knew it was they all said it about the script. My God, what else could they throw in? Anyway, we did it. We did it. I did it. I think I collapsed on that weekend. It was just really terrible. Anyway, so when it finally got finished, I went on every talk show that would take me.
Oh my God.
I promoted the hell out of that because I thought I wanted to get great ratings. And all the talk show people were lovely. And so I went on and I told everybody about my first directorial debut. And they were great. The audiences were great. And the ratings were like
Of course.
and I was
Good.
Yeah, and they're going to fire you.
Good.
The
Yeah.
ratings are going higher. Oh, let's bring her down.
and I kept thinking, this is my one. I only get one. But I thought, okay, maybe. So that's why I went on and did all this PR, my own PR for the show. Because right after that, our ratings were so high for that show that they gave me 4 more.
Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
I was going to
That's the
say,
right.
you didn't just direct.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
it's worth all that trouble, I think. But it was just exhausting. And that was in the 80s, and it was really, really hard to
Yes.
get anywhere ahead. It was like I just was like, wow, this is a struggle. And I get it. I mean, I
yeah,
get the women talk about their first time.
yeah.
I
I
just
remember on our show, I only remember, I don't know about you girls, I only remember one woman director in the
there
entire
were a
time.
couple. There
Really?
were
I
other
think
than
so.
me. There were a
Aside from
couple.
you.
Yeah.
Aside from you, Michelle, but I
uh,
only Lorraine
Remember that?
someone.
Yeah. God, I can't remember names now, but I can think of two. And why this name Addison comes up, or I don't know, but there were two or three,
Yeah.
That you
But
did.
and the women started to pull through. No one wanted women to direct.
didn't.
right.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Well,
Mommy can't
no
direct.
more, no more, even getting the Emmys. even now collecting that. I mean, it's just a
Oh,
breakthrough.
everybody's, yeah.
Linda,
That's
did
all
you
you
go
see is
on?
women now.
Yeah. I
Have
have a
you?
good friend who's a director, woman director, and she's directing major action stuff.
Yeah, that's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
But Linda, did you go on to direct other shows post Dallas or after that on another show?
No, I didn't. And I always ask myself that question. Why didn't I keep going? The bottom line was I was exhausted. I was mentally, physically, spiritually done. I thought, I worked my butt off to get here. And, and I did well. I felt I did very well. I felt succeeded in what I wanted to personally do.
Well,
And
God bless.
and then I thought, okay, I've done it. But now next, that's how I love that word. Next.
But you
Next,
did
yes,
it. You
move
hung
on.
in there. You did it. They didn't want women. No, no. That was the time.
Yeah.
And then women broke through. I did, I'm not going to stay long on Medicine Woman, but I did two Medicine Women. I did two Medicine Woman shows. And briefly, one of them was during a fire. Okay. A lot of smoke. There were Indians coming to Thanksgiving with the whole town and a lot of horses and dogs. You know, when you went outside, the exterior, there were always horses. And so I would stand there and I'll tell the audience when someone says back to one, it means that whoever's in that the actors in that particular scene are going to go back to the top. Back to one is the top. Okay. So it's really funny when you think about it, but the horses in the scene
Oh,
had to go around
oh,
and over again with buggies or whatever the hell it was. And then so action, and they would start, and something bad would happen. And as soon as somebody would say, back to one, it would take all the time to get the horses. Forget the
and
time. The
To start.
horses back to one. It was like, I don't have time for horses back to one. God, people don't realize what you go through.
Yeah. I didn't know Linda, and I admire you greatly for actually having studied directing.
I did. I didn't want to, I knew they were going to be, really tentative about it, saying, oh, sure, Larry did it, Patrick did it. And oh, of course,
And they didn't study, did they?
no.
No.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. People ask me, used to ask me all the time, why don't you want to direct? And I always said, no, I don't, only because I don't feel technically adept enough to be able to direct and to know which lens and what, all that other kind of stuff. So I greatly admire the fact that you actually went and studied it.
Thank you. Well, because I'm basically crazy, a little crazy in a good way.
In a good way, yes. Actresses are that's good. And actors, whatever.
I just loved it. And, and I'm curious. I still am curious to this day. I want to know how does that work and how would I do that? And let's see if I could did this, what would happen? And I found out. And then it's like, okay, I did that. Do I want to
Okay,
do it anymore?
move on.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah.
I felt. That's honestly how I felt. It was
That's
like,
okay. Linda and I
You
had such fun. We did a movie together recently, well, a year or so ago, and that was great fun. To finally work with you was such a joy. I mean, it really was. Yeah.
what show was it?
Ladies of the 80s,
Oh yes,
Divas
okay.
Christmas.
Okay.
But
Well,
it was fun. We shot this little movie in how many days do we shoot?
pretty fast.
Yeah, it was pretty fast. Well, I was all in one location.
I expected that to be a series, and I think that was the
I think
I
there are a number of people that say expected it to
they
be.
expected more,
I
yes?
thought it could.
Yeah,
I thought it could.
yeah.
It was a terrific idea, And, I thought we would make a good group.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we lost Lonnie.
yeah. I
Oh,
can't believe
oh,
that.
Lonnie, yeah.
Can't believe that.
I
Yeah,
can't believe that. It's
Unbelievable.
just,
Truly that.
yeah.
Truly that.
It,
especially when you're of a certain age, and then you see people that are passing away who might be a couple of years younger than you, and you go, oh, they're going, oh my God.
I
Yeah.
know.
It's like, so next, never mind, no. Oh
Yeah.
Yeah.
gosh, it's scary.
But there's the secret. You said the secret, Linda. You're curious.
Yeah.
Curiosity. That's what keeps us going. That's what keeps us young. That's what keeps us in the mix because we're all curious.
Well, yes, and we're not done yet. I don't think
Right.
I think we should just show them that, there are wonderful stories and wonderful shows that could be created and would be right and timely and or at least help us get out of AI and some of these new, ways of filming. I mean, that's just unbelievable. The change that has happened in the last, what, 4.5 years
Yeah.
with the
It's been
COVID,
so fast. AI has come on
a
so
lot.
quickly, so much
And
faster than I thought it would.
To
shorter
start with.
segments, just 7 or 8 tops of a show, and that's it. It's not really going long term. I remember one year on Nuts, it was 28. I think it was with a break, 28 episodes, and the break was very short, like a month and a few days before starting the next new season. But
No,
that
but I didn't remember, Joan, but there were years that we did 35 episodes.
was it that
Yeah,
much? I
yeah,
knew it was a lot.
there was one year we did 35 for sure. I remember.
Right, and it was 20 minutes. It was a weekend, and back we were on
Yes,
on the next.
because we
Yep.
used to go on vacation. Well, I did anyway. When there was a hiatus, it was like a time. I just want water and beach and something with an umbrella in it. And the numbers were so high that they kept saying, do more. And then you were off for a minute and had
Yeah.
to go back to work.
Hmm. Not
No.
enough to regroup, and
But
no
do
one.
you know what the newest thing is?
Well, there's a couple.
It's series, okay, and they do 70 of them.
What?
But each episode is 1 minute long.
No.
Oh no.
Wait a
Yes,
minute, explain
Oh
that.
no.
I don't understand that.
1 minute long. I have a friend who is doing them, who
Wait
is
a minute.
writing them, and who is an actor in
You
them.
mean to go on the air and this series is 10 minutes, is 1 minute. So you watch for
The
1 minute.
show, each show is 1 minute. The kids watch them on their phone.
No.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
is that the attention amount?
exactly. That's the attention span of
Yes.
the
Oh,
YouTube.
unbelievable. That doesn't have to be AI.
No, no, that's not AI. These are real actors. They're actors. They're non-union actors. No, they have not yet been able to, I guess because they don't pay them. I don't know how much they've earned, but they're non-union actors and they're 1 minute episodes. I mean, I
Oh
swear to
God.
you, this is
Minutes.
happening.
What kind of a story can you do in 1 minute?
Well, that's the thing. Each episode is 1 minute, but the entire series is 70 minutes.
Ah,
So they tell the story, but
in
each
tiny
episode
segments.
probably only has one little thing happen in it and doesn't weave in with anything else in that episode.
Hmm.
It maybe weaves in
No,
later
I
on
kind
in
of
later
love it
episodes.
now that I understand it. I kind of love it because what they can do if they have good actors and the production is good, hopefully. But if they know where the story's going, they know what the story is, right? 90 minutes or whatever it is. That's the story. So they leave either something interesting in the last 10 seconds that the audience has to find out what did they mean by click the phone and you see another minute. And it probably is much like a soap opera in that it gets them really nervous. People watching it, so like, now what's going to happen? It
Yeah,
could
yeah.
work.
Scott
The
just
young
wrote
mind.
on the side there, I didn't know what they were called. They're called micro dramas.
Micro. Oh,
And
My,
it started in China. Yeah,
really?
oh my.
yeah.
Oh,
It's
well,
not wild.
okay, well,
Because
that takes
China
us
has
out of the
people.
picture.
Yeah. We've lived through so many eras of entertainment and television.
Television, especially though, but on.
Yeah. I mean, when I was growing up, we got a TV set, and that was a big deal, and it was black and white and all that. So we've gone through, all of us, really a lot of eras, and this is the new era.
Yeah, but quite
Where's it
different.
going?
Beyond.
Yeah, I know. I just worry about it because it shows such a short attention span on the young people, and I don't. Maybe that's all
They're
they need.
already there.
But
It's
Yeah,
there,
happening
yeah,
already.
I was going to say, yeah, because
We
once
because
trained them to be
yeah,
that way.
because of AI, you don't need a more of an attention span because you just go, oh, okay, there's the answer. Boom.
it's quite,
Huh?
there's no background or anything. It's just bam.
You
That
have to worry. It's like you and me, Donna, with our grandchildren.
what
It's
grand,
like worry about them.
Yeah. Yep.
They get
or it'll be great. Hoping, 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 and praying and
Well,
putting it back together again. But
yeah. I mean,
Miss,
do you feel that way, Linda? Do you worry about your grandchildren?
my grandchildren are 32 and 22.
oh my
What?
God.
it could easily have happened to us.
Yes, yeah.
You were married very young, weren't you?
No, anyway, no, but I see this world through their eyes. And because we have
Yes.
information of what's going on now and how it happened, the thing I found that was so interesting for me was during the pandemic, um, I saw that the 22-year-old, he was in school, but they had no social interaction,
Yes, yes.
no eye contact,
Yeah.
and it was like they almost didn't have they were disconnected from their brain. It
Yeah,
odd. It felt so strange, and
getting used to isolation.
yeah, and even right after COVID, I remember talking to he's now 22, but the eye contact was not there. They're just used to vegging out, looking at the whatever they were, maybe talking to a teacher or somebody. And it was so weird because I had to remind them, honey, please look at me.
Mm.
And it was so devastating for me. And
And
they
frightening.
exactly, it was so scary. And then now with AI, here's a funny story. It's not funny. It's rather tragic. But I took my two grandsons. They were here visiting, and I took them to lunch. And the younger one said, "My tummy isn't so good." I said, "Oh,
My tummy?
his tummy, his stomach."
Yeah.
And so I was talking over here to the older one, and when I turned back, he ordered the young one. He ordered chicken and rice. And I thought, that's an odd order. Didn't say anything, non-judgmental. Thought maybe he wants. And I said, well, that's kind of an interesting order. When you said your stomach was upset, he said, well, I asked AI. I asked GPT what it,
Oh,
and I said,
oh my goodness gracious.
I mean, with this lovely little restaurant, and I said, wait a minute, you asked Chat GPT what you should order? And
Oh,
he said, yeah. He said, my tummy is upset and I wanted to ask what I should order. I freaked out and I
yeah.
thought, what the hell? I said, honey, didn't you know that it wasn't good to maybe order a hamburger? maybe you should order something a little milder. And he said, no, Chat GPT told me to order chicken and rice. And he ordered
Wow.
and he got it. And it absolutely threw me. I thought, wow, what's happening?
Does
Where
that become their parent? Does that source become,
I just couldn't get over it. And
yeah.
I thought, what's happening? Where use your mind, your brain. That's what I was concerned about, was like,
Hmm.
what we can't lose that.
No, no.
Yeah.
And the
I
connection.
guess ChatGPT has become a psychoanalyst too.
Ah,
Because I think people ask it um, questions they would ask their therapist.
Or anything else, or their parent, or what should I eat, or here, whatever. It just gotten to me, it's scary.
I
I
think it's scary too because it again cuts off human contact.
And sometimes they're very, very wrong on AI
Yeah.
because
yes. Are you
I,
kidding? Yes.
I've done a few things and they don't know really what I'm asking for. They take it their own way sometimes when I say they, AI. And I thought, what a strange answer that AI said to me for some. I didn't even want AI and it came on. And I swear to you, it was, I think I told this a couple of shows ago, girls, but it was like I wrote something and AI came on and gave me the answer, and I wasn't even looking at them. I did not want AI. That's scary. That's how scary it is.
Yeah, that is scary. That is scary because they're watching you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And force fed.
Others watching you and has been for a while now. Of course, now forget it, they're all watching us.
Mhm.
Not just one person, it's everybody's watching us.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's, your phone, everything that you do on your phone, they know about, and that, where you shop, what
They're
you
they're
are
the
interested in,
they
all
Yeah,
do
those
so
things.
profiles.
we're
Profiles.
filling brains with, that's all, that algorithm. Now I'm gonna go dead on the name, but Summers, what is her name?
Summers, Suzanne Summers.
Yes,
Oh,
her husband. Did you hear this? Yet her husband made an artificial her, duplicating her sound, AI, everything that she is, Alan Hamill. Oh yeah.
right. Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know what he's going to use it for, but he's already talked to her. He said the voice is now, they've been working on the voice, and he said the voice now is pretty good. We got it pretty good. And I thought, oh, is he using this at home so she could answer him and maybe do other things? Or I think what he's doing, which might be right, but to me it's sick, is having her answer questions when fans want to dial in. Think about this. I'm not sure that's what he's doing, but knowing his brain, because he was always out on, yeah, um, how to sell things, right? Advertising, everything. So, oh God, guys, wait, I'm going to show the audience something. Ready?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Okay, hair's done. You didn't, did you see it?
how did you do that? It's
But
nice.
You look
No,
cute.
don't.
Wearing a wig.
did you say how
I
about
don't
what?
care if you know it.
I want to bring up about a memory I have that when I think I came the second year that Dallas was going, and that you and I were waiting to do a scene, and I don't think it was outside on the patio there because that you would melt and do that, but somehow we had a chat very early on when I was starting on Dallas, and we bound, had a connection, a deep connection right away. And my feeling was because we were both missing, you were feeling guilty that you were there in Dallas, so far from your little chickens and your family, and you weren't like sure, like it wasn't comfortable time yet. It was early on in doing the whole thing, but I remember a heart-to-heart chat that just meant so much because sharing that, and that made me know you and what was a priority for you, which were your gorgeous family and obviously, but your children. Because when you leave little ones alone, which at that time it was, they were, uh, that's hard on mom because she feels guilty that she's in Dallas, not in Los Angeles or wherever you were living at the time. But that meant a lot to me, and I still hold that in my heart as a memory.
Me
Uh,
too. That was such a special time. I remember we were driving back to the hotel from South Fork and
mhm.
in that van, and I'll never forget that conversation.
Yeah, yeah. It just it's one of those things that do happen and to strike a really deep chord.
Mhm.
And I got it because I felt the same way too. Vanessa was my daughter was very, very uh like what 7, 8, 9, 10, something very early on. And I knew Jack was ta holding down the fort, but it didn't change my feeling of kind of loneliness, kind of to be sure why aren't I there being a good mother, you know? So it's tricky, but heart to heart there, right to you.
Sounds
Swelling, swelling.
really,
When the joke to me or someone, maybe it was Larry who did that, called you swelling, like instead of Sue Ellen. And I there's something about that. But Larry being on a set is like a gift.
It,
You know, the energy, the fun he wants to try to have and always pretty much did. He was the king. But now, and then the other thing was the transition between you with you and Patrick becoming the king and queen of Dallas and the center of Dallas because and you always were, but the thing is it was a definite shift and you both took over in the best possible leadership way, the way it should be. And that's the love because the show was extraordinary and very, very special.
thank you. Very kind. Thank you very much.
No, but I mean,
I know
it's right there, and you know too because you got it.
Did you say that you recently went to France for a Dallas related thing?
Wasn't it an autograph show, Linda?
it was. It,
Yeah. See,
and
those are the things were okay to do during COVID, and not that anybody really might want to expose themselves,
No.
but there was a time that, and it still kind of is, that autograph shows are the way to the place to go because
Yeah. Well, the reason I'm asking is because I've gotten a lot of letters and a lot of correspondence from French people. We were Knots and Dallas too, but Knots was huge in France.
yes, it was. Yeah.
And I'm wondering why we're not doing, autograph shows in Paris.
that
You,
you should be there. This was, I think this was different. This was a friend of Patrick's, because Patrick had done a lot of theater over there, and she sort of befriended, maybe she was his agent over there. And then he was invited to come and do this autograph show, and then they invited me. And so it wasn't like it wasn't a big show,
yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
nice to go to France to
yeah. I'll go to France on an excuse. I mean, I love it
Anything,
there. I love
anything.
it. This is a weird technical day.
Yes, it is. I was going to say, what's the date and what's the story about today?
Yeah. Well, it looks like again we're running out of time. Oh, look at that.
Is he wearing a
Oh,
wig there? There
did
you
you
are.
see it?
Is that a wig or that's him? Does he
I
have?
gave Linda, I gave them some pictures of us, of you and I,
yeah.
in Ladies of the 80s. Also, I don't know if you remember, but we did a Palm Springs Life magazine cover
My God, yes.
and
Joe,
had a pillow fight.
yes, I remember.
So
Feathers.
I gave them that picture too. So that they edit them in later, so they'll put them in wherever. But There's some really fun stuff.
Were there feathers flying? With
I
the,
think there were when we did the pillow fight.
oh God, I love it. Oh, medals that
Yeah.
I've
What
had.
I love about doing this podcast is that we get to see people we haven't seen for a while. And it's like you come into our lives and we're in control of it. Yeah, let's get this person. I haven't seen her in a long time. And
Yeah.
especially when they're talented and God knows in spades, as they said, and
Yeah,
sweet,
absolutely.
maybe most important,
Yeah. Yeah.
be
Yeah.
nice people.
Yeah. And so, I've been so happy to have you with us today.
And
Just
I'm just still staring at all of you. Uh,
Oh,
Great love and energy you have, and the memories that are
The
still
memories, that's the thing.
so
That's,
beautiful. Thank you.
yeah.
But please come back another time. It's so sweet. So we can see you again. Thank you for inviting me. Maybe with Patrick, so the two of you. Subscribe if you like what we're doing and hit that button. And I know you like us already, so yeah, so you like us. Right. Yes. Up to you all. Thank you again for inviting me. Oh no. It's a pleasure. Great to see you. Our honor and pleasure. Love you. Love you.